St. Mary of the Woods, for the first time ever, is going to meet their fellow Terre Haute institution at the tip. It's won by Indiana State. And the Sycamores with an early three-point opportunity, which is flushed down by Tierney Kelsey, the Missouri Valley newcomer of the week, off a 22-point performance on the road against SIUE. So a good start for the Trees shooting the ball. And here's the first inbound coming for the Pomeroys. 0-7, the Pomeroys get their nickname from a former women's basketball player who was also a nun at the university. As that's bobbled and it went out of bounds off the hands of Haley Polston. 3-0 Indiana State. The Sycamores, again, have been one of the best bench scoring teams in the entire country. They're getting well over 40 points per game from their bench. Another triple is flushed down. This time from Kayla Smith, the southpaw transfer from Mercer. Hot shooting start for the Sycamores. This looks a lot like the last men's game for the Trees against Ball State. 2 for 2 on trifecta opportunities. Lady Stone will inbound. NAIA Harris takes the ball up, junior. And that'll stay with the Pomeroys. St. Mary of the Woods, to this point, that 0-7 record against all NAIA fellow schools. This is their first NCAA opponent of the season. And Harris dribbles it out. St. Mary of the Woods in the black and the light blue accessories. Indiana State goes with the powder blues. 10 to shoot for the Pomeroys. Swing pass intercepted. But Abigail Parker takes it away herself. Leading scorer for the Pomeroys will head to the free throw line. Abigail Parker, a senior, Tipton, Indiana native, wrapping up her collegiate career. Also a southpaw, misses the first free throw. This is where St. Mary of the Woods has struggled. Just 55% as a team from the line. As Parker splits the pair. It's a brand new team for Indiana State. Mark Mitchell hitting the transfer portal and then some in the offseason. Everybody that was on last year's team departed. Is that 3 missed? Starting lineup for the Pomeroys at the bottom of your screen. Mark Mitchell going with the new age of the NCAA. Again, it's a brand new team. No returners from last year. Everybody transferred in. Parker from outside along the left wing. That's going to airball, scrape the netting. And back to the Trees it goes. By the way, your referees, Gina Cross, Brad Maxey, and Alicia Shevers. Sycamore starting lineup has looked similar through the first part of this season. And brand new newcomers. But it is an older Indiana State squad, which is also something that's a little bit different. Samaya Briggs with her first bucket. A lot of times when you hit the portal, you're bringing in younger players. There are no freshmen on this Sycamore roster. A lot of grad transfers, a lot of seniors, as Indiana State comes with the press. Mark Mitchell's first season a year ago, coming over from UIndy. St. Mary of the Woods without a bucket to start. A lone point from the line. Parker left it a little short. Rebound back to the Sycamores. Little up and under move by Claybrooks. That was pretty. Offensive rebound, Brackett, and can't lay it in. Plus the foul, but she will get free throws. First quarter action. It leads us into our Great Dane keys to the game. On that Indiana State side, as Piper talked about in her open, this is a massive crowd, a lot of kids on field trips. Use the energy of that crowd. Also, the Sycamores, as they have done early, attack the glass. They have the size factor without question compared to the St. Mary's team. And St. Mary's defending the ball. They're going to need good closeouts, as they've already allowed 2 threes. Also have to move the ball if they're going to find buckets here this morning at the Holman Center. Lanisha Prackett, transfer from Mississippi Valley State. And again, this entire Indiana State team, you're going to have the transfer notice under their name. So, coming from all sorts of different schools. And it is a deep bench, as we've talked about, for Mark Mitchell. Here's the trap. Indiana State causing all kinds of discomfort as Talisa Moody turned it over. Double team came in, and Moody had to pick up her dribble. There was no help coming. 8-point lead for the Sycamores. Free ball off the mark. Rebound. It's going to be a foul on Samaya Briggs, the transfer from Livingstone. Briggs went after the loose ball and ended up fouling Samara Douglas. Right there. First sub for the Trees, Denaria Washington, former player at Governor State. Parker lays it in, first field goal of the game for St. Mary of the Woods. Denaria Washington, the only Indiana State player with experience facing St. Mary of the Woods. Last year, Governor State played a game against the Pomeroys. 3-ball, right wing, connects Samaya Briggs. And the Sycamores from outside continue to rain it down. Indiana State has hit 3 of their first 5 trifectas. And St. Mary of the Woods trying to stay right with them, and they do on that shot. Talisa Moody. Moody's 8th 3 of the year. As mentioned, St. Mary of the Woods has struggled shooting the ball, just 23% as a squad from outside. 55% for the free throw line, but that one keeps them within 6. And that's going to be a hand check foul on Parker. Long 2, Briggs able to spin it in. Samaya Briggs, one of those older players that came in via the transfer portal for Mark Mitchell, a senior, originally from Fort Lauderdale. Started at Livingstone, had a really solid career there, and then now in Indiana State. It's Harris along the elbow, gave it up for Parker, and she continues to headline the offense for St. Mary of the Woods. Here come the Pomeroys all of a sudden with back-to-back threes. J.C. Allen threw a wild pass. St. Mary of the Woods able to bring it away. Pomeroys with some energy here at the midway point of the first quarter. Next whistle will be a media timeout. Harris drives baseline, gets around her defender. Parker thought about the 3, got it to Moody, who already has 1. Couldn't find a pair, though. And then it'll skip out of bounds, and it'll take us into our first timeout. Indiana State started hot.